I'm James. What's up?
And today, we're going to be talking about some stuff. Now, because it is our
What a sell.
I mean, hey, we've got stuff. You guys want it. I know y'all do. I would say let's get right into it. But first, I want to talk to you guys about what this actually is. Basically, what is this, James?
Jason and I have been friends our whole lives. Well,
you're not really a person before high school. Let's be real here.
Well, maybe that applies to you. I thought I was somewhat of a person. I did, achieve rank 46 in Halo 3. So I was kind of a big deal before high school, if you know what I'm saying. But, yeah, Jason and I, we're always arguing, debating, discussing. We're very fortunate we get to do YouTube as a career. Jason is kind of like the head honcho of all things Bucket Squad. I'm kind of the head of Jiedel stuff. So.
Yeah. I'd say you're the head.
Yeah, I'm like the hair. I'm on top of it, you know what I'm saying?
And you do 2 hype. I help occasionally with 2 hype.
I do 2 hype, and I've done 100 thieves. Not all 100 of them. I've actually done none of them, but not to be sus. But
you know what? By the end of 2022... let's make it 1 thief.
No, let's not do that. No. Yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of current events that are going on in the YouTube space, in the world, talking about what goes into being a YouTuber, kind of a little behind the scenes there, and kind of just, our first world problem of the week.
Yeah. Now, I'm very excited for that.
A lot of them.
And actually, speaking of current events, we just saw on our phone on the drive over, Tom Brady retiring.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet. Saw his last game. He lost. Go Rams. Yeah, man, Tom Brady's a legend. It's kind of sad. I feel like I first started watching football the year the Patriots went undefeated. Obviously, my favorite team, the Giants, we beat them. But yeah, I mean, just his career is incredible. So we lost a legend today.
I do want you to go into, I'm not as big into football, but I know you're a huge football fanatic. Why Tom Brady is not the GOAT right now.
All right, well, to me, it's kind of weird. You can't say Tom Brady isn't the GOAT because obviously he's won the 7 Super Bowls. I think he has 4 MVPs. He's the all-time leader in a lot of stats. But I don't know. I don't think he's the best quarterback I've ever seen. Ooh. So I'll leave it. But this is his moment. He just retired. And accomplishments-wise, he's the undisputed GOAT. So can't take that away from him.
Now, James, I get it's the man's moment, but you're talking like very respectful right now.
Yeah.
Let's just put the cameras away.
Okay.
They're not even there.
Okay.
George, cameraman George, get out of the room.
Imaginary George.
Wow. You see this? James is just calling a man imaginary. George just walked out of the room.
There's no one there.
And you're just trash talking him.
No one there.
You don't think George is a someone?
No.
All right.
No.
All right, let it be known. Anyway, you were saying Eli Manning.
I don't think Eli Manning's the GOAT.
No. Who were you saying the other
Rodgers.
day? Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, I'm going to look like a fool because obviously Aaron Rodgers just lost to the Niners.
Yep.
And he didn't play well. But here's the thing about even that game. They were up 7-0. They were about to go 14-0. His dumb tight end fumbles it. They lose all the momentum. And it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault that their field goal got blocked. It's not Aaron Rodgers' fault their punt got blocked. That's completely inexcusable. Also, they gave up like a 50-yard kick return. The special teams completely sold. Rodgers could have played the same, just as bad, if not worse, and they still should have won because their special teams completely sold. So right now, it would be Rodgers versus the Rams, not the Niners, and everyone would be like, see, Aaron Rodgers is like the true GOAT. He's literally about to win another MVP, but because the special teams of the Packers is trash, no one's talking about that. But if you actually look at Aaron Rodgers' playoff losses, they're almost never his fault. Even this week, I could say it wasn't really even his fault. It was the special teams' fault.
Yeah. Well, I actually know nothing about football. I'm just going to change it because I just don't know anything about football.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
And I wanted to give you a chance to plug True Creator. This is our sponsor for today's podcast.
I did not sign off on this sponsorship.
He did not.
But, True Creator, we're a great company. We make trading cards. Series 2 is coming soon. This is a rare Big Shirt card. I happen to love Big Shirt cards. And, I've had some people ask me to bring the Big Shirt. Fuck me sideways, goddamn. Oh, you're wearing the Big Shirt shirt. I've had a lot of people tell me to bring Big Shirt back, and that's why I'm getting skinny, guys. So every shirt I wear can be a Big Shirt.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
James did not know that I was going to wear this.
I did not. I was wondering what the blue... I thought the blue under the green was an odd choice. I'll be honest. But now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like that.
So thank you to True Creator and Big Shirt Boys.
Big Shirt Boys?
Yeah, Big Shirt Boys.
What do you call them Big Shirt Boys?
Those are our fans.
Oh, our fans of the Big Shirt Boys?
Yeah, the Big Shirt Boys.
I didn't know that.
No small shirts allowed.
Thank you, Big Shirt Boys.
Yeah, that was my bit. James had no idea. And those of you who are listening to this as a podcast, now, podcasts are typically audio.
Audio only, yeah.
But James and I got into a little bit of a debate about it. I think podcast visual bits are even funnier. And those of you who don't know, I just put on a picture of James on my t-shirt.
You didn't do that? I gave you that shirt.
You did give me this shirt. I actually really like it. I have this bad habit. I want to know if you feel the same way. I like to wear shirts that I don't care about because I feel like I get them ruined.
No, I'm with you. So, for all you don't know, I'm like single now. So, Amy's been moving her stuff out of my closet, and I'm like, oh, it's so perfect. Because right now, I have my essentials, and then I have my graphic tees, and then I have my workout clothes, which are all the shirts that I'm like, I love to wear around the house. Like, if I'm not leaving my house, I'm like everybody else. I just wear garbage clothes.
Yeah.
Well, not garbage clothes. Clothes that might have been good once, but have become tarnished in one way or another.
Maybe they you grow out of it, you get a hole, whatever.
But it's always good to have a lot of big, comfy shirts,
Yeah. No, this is like a comfy shirt, but I don't want to ruin it. Because I feel like especially graphic shirts, they really fade over time. Mm-hmm. So I feel like...
Are you saying I didn't make a high-quality graphic shirt? Is that what you
No, this is the least quality graphic.
And what makes you say that?
Look at the fade, man.
What do you mean?
You don't even know where the big shirt ends and the real shirt starts.
No, that was intentional. I wanted the shirt to be the same color as the big shirt.
It's a good shirt. I can see you.
See, now you've been corrected. Now you know never to disrespect the big shirt.
It looks vintage, but...
No, yeah, and that's the thing. It is vintage at this point. Big Shirt Jiedel was like a 2019 meme.
Yeah.
It's 2022. It's become vintage. I've been a YouTuber so long. Why am I swinging to the right? I'm trying to self-correct. I'm vintage now.
Oh my God.
That's how old I am.
Dude, you've lost a lot of weight since this picture.
Can
we just give some round of applause for James?
Thank you.
For losing weight. It's not easy. I appreciate that, man. What about a round of applause for me?
We'll do finger claps for you, yeah.
All right, I have not made the progress you have. I'll stand behind that. So we've been moving.
We have been for different reasons. Well, I haven't actually started moving yet.
Well, you're moving like where you live.
Yeah.
I'm moving offices.
Uh-huh.
I feel like those are both interesting things.
Yeah, no, I live in the burbs, as does like pretty much everyone in Two Hype. You want to talk about your guys' move? You guys just got a giant warehouse for Bucket Squad?
Yeah, actually, we're filming in the warehouse right now.
We are. I mean... we're up to the standard Bucket Squad quality here. We've got some things hang, some things fell.
Yeah.
We got, Jason was like, we should have a fake plant behind us.
Well, don't tell them it's fake.
I mean, bro, look at it.
For the audio listeners, though, there is a beautiful, luscious, lively plant.
Rainforest bouquet behind us. Yeah.
Yeah. Just absolutely like, oh my God, is that... Yeah, wow. A monkey just swung through the luscious forest.
Yeah.
Anyway, we just moved to the warehouse. I'm really excited. Those of you who know Bucket Squad, Jesser, we are mainly going to be filming videos here. I actually can't talk about the first video we're going to be doing, but it is big.
So, why did you guys decide to get a warehouse? Because obviously, you and Jesse live together in like a... an 8,000, 9,000 square foot house? So, maybe just, what are some of the things people can expect going forward?
So, basically, we're not going to stop filming at the house, especially early on as we're trying to set things up. But the goal is we want to set up even bigger idea things. So, if we wanted to do some really big, it takes a week or two to build out a set and do things, we want to be able to have a giant set where people aren't living. Because... Jesse, I, Mitchell, Rick all live at this house. And people come through to film a lot, which can leave it a little bit messy.
Yeah.
James.
I don't make messes at your house.
Who got rid of the advent board?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Well,
I had to take care of it.
Well, I was going to do it just because you did it before I was going to. And Jesse also wanted to keep it.
Yeah, that's true. It was a great gift. James made us... This is the fun... For those of you who don't know us as YouTubers...
I'm going to go out on a limb and say everybody who's listening on this first episode knows us as YouTubers.
Nah, they don't. They definitely don't know me as a YouTuber, so let's...
They know of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But James made a giant advent calendar, which is... How do you explain what an advent calendar is?
It counts down the days till Christmas Eve, and every day has a chocolate in it, typically.
Yeah, and James... Just bring it to freaking gigantic proportions.
I made an 8 by 4 foot one.
Oh yeah, and there was a pound of Hershey's chocolate just in one of the
In
things.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to just do like the biggest thing possible. And I have a lot of ideas going forward about like big videos like that.
Yeah, big cup
So I might have to
Jiedels.
come steal your guys' warehouse space for that.
That'd be amazing. And what's really cool about stuff like that is I feel like for us, it doesn't sound like a big deal. But when you tell someone, I made a giant advent calendar, I feel like that's a crazy thing.
Yeah, I know. I feel like being a YouTuber is like the weirdest thing to put into perspective. Because you know what's so crazy? I was in LA yesterday filming a video, and I had some downtime between videos. And these two dudes came by, and they saw my cameraman John taking photos of me. And this dude was like, "Bro, can you take photos of me? I've never had photos taken of me before." So, all right, no disrespect to this guy, but he had John take like a bunch of photos. This is just the side. I was like, "John, are you even gonna send him the photos?" He was like, "Nah, dude. I'm gonna spend the time Lightrooming for some random." But
Oh, yeah.
no, and it's just crazy. Like he was like, "Oh, is this your Tesla?" And it's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You got that from YouTube?" It's like, "Yeah." And it's kind of crazy because I always said he was from Chicago, but I feel like outside of LA, I feel like YouTube is such a weird world. Even though obviously YouTubers are all over the country, but I feel like if you're not from LA or you don't live in LA for a while, like you don't really understand how big of a business YouTube has become. And obviously, you don't want to be too sentimental, but we're so blessed to be doing what we're doing. Like obviously, you're managing a whole ass warehouse at like 26. I'm running my YouTube channel that I have 3 people employed working for me at 26 years old. It's there's people who are younger, like even Jesse has, I don't know, you guys have like 1 billion people and he's even younger than me. So it's kind of wild when you think about it like that.
I love to brag that I got to go to my boss's 21st birthday. Because they think like, oh my God, like I'm driving a Tesla too. I'm really fortunate. Just subtly, bringing that in there. But
yeah, quick flex.
Yeah, quick flex. But I got to go to my boss's 21st birthday. And that's like a funny thing to be like, wait, what do you mean? Like people are just younger and younger. CEOs are younger and younger.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're super appreciative, but people don't want to hear us be appreciative. They want to hear us talk about the cool cars and the crazy things we're doing. And that's what I love is like, I can give away, I'm renting out trampoline park and some other even bigger, crazier spaces. And when you talk about it, it's like, wait, what do you mean? Like, why? What are you doing it for? Well, a bunch of grown men want to play hide and seek together.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it like that for sure.
Yeah. No, I love that. I talk about it all the time.
Well, it's kind of crazy too because I feel like the first time I saw like people uploading like Sidemen uploading like hide and seek, I was like, what? Like people want to watch that? And then I watched it and I was like, okay, this is actually mad entertaining because I feel like everyone can relate to a game of hide and seek, and those moments where the seeker is like a foot away from someone, they don't see it. It's like everyone's had that moment once and it's like the best feeling in the world. And I feel like that's why hide and seek videos are such bangers on YouTube. It's like everyone can relate to hide and seek, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Everyone has some nostalgic memory of hide and seek.
You think hide and seek's here to stay on YouTube?
I think so. I don't see why it would go anywhere.
Well, do kids still play hide and seek?
I don't know. I feel like parents don't like their kids going out in public as much as they used to.
Yeah. Well, and also like the idea of hide and seek, and like maybe this is like, granted, I'm not a parent, but I feel like people are afraid of, I don't want children hiding because then they're out of supervision and you can't find them easily,
So you're gonna be a helicopter parent.
I am not.
Well,
I'm gonna let my child be on the streets for a week. If he wants to go out, if he says I'm moving out, great. Here's your last meal and have fun.
And I'm gonna retrofit your room into something else.
Yeah. He's gonna come back and his room's gonna be a gym, and I'm
out of my house.
and he's gonna be 8. And he's gonna walk in, and I'm just gonna be pumping iron, and he's gonna be like, I didn't like it was cold. No, you're gone. You already I signed the papers.
Yeah. See, I'm a bit of a helicopter with my dog, but I don't think I'll be with my human child because I just can't trust the dog, bro.
You can't trust Cookie.
Well,
you always say how
the dog
bright he
is. Like, no, but the thing with the dog is like you have to feed the dog. Like human being, once they turn like 10, like kid's gonna know how to grab pretzels out of a jar. You know what I mean? Like
I have a question. Do you think it's harder to take care of a dog or a child?
A child.
Is it?
I think, but the thing with the child is once it becomes a teenager, it becomes self-sufficient.
Well, I think teenagers are even more work, from what I've heard.
Well, they're going to be angry at you more.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
But that's easier. Then you just don't spend time with them.
I feel like the reason a lot of people have bad relationships with their parents as teenagers is because a lot of parents are not good parents.
That's a hot take.
No, I just
feel
feel
like... Is this our hot take of the week?
No, I feel like a lot of parents, especially like older parents, and I think this is just only getting better as time goes on, but I feel like the role of a parent used to be like, I am your father, like I am the person you look up to. But I feel like at least younger people, in the way I view myself as a parent in the future, is going to be like, I'm my child's friend. I want to have
Yeah.
a friendly relationship and not a pure parental relationship. And I feel like when you have that pure parental relationship, you never really get deep with somebody. And I feel like when people feel like they can't come to their parents with, deeper issues, you're never going to have a good relationship with them, especially as a teenager when they're going through a lot of stuff. So,
Well, I think there's a really delicate mix there. No one wants the parent who's just their friend.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I'll buy your friend's beer and this and that. Like, that's almost too far friendly. Like, I'm really close with my dad.
Yeah.
And like, he's still my parent, but we're like, I don't know, we're like friends, but we wouldn't say we're friends,
Yeah. But did you get mad at your dad a lot as a teenager?
No.
'Cause it didn't seem like you did.
No, never.
No, so you had yeah.
Yeah, I had the easiest. My parents grounded me once, and then 10 minutes later, my dad came back into my room and he went, "I'm sorry, that wasn't cool."
And for me and Jesse are literally we didn't really. I don't want to say we didn't have parents. 'Cause
Yeah.
we did, and I love my parents, but we basically lived just the two of us.
Yeah.
In our dad's house because our dad worked a job where he's off doing shit all the time, so
Yeah.
we never really saw him much.
But you know what? They
My
put
dad
a
is
roof
in
over
Europe
your
more
head.
than he's in the United States for the last 8 years. So,
But he
yeah.
put a roof over your
Did
head.
put a
and-
roof on my head, and
Yeah.
then he was like, "All right, now just don't damage the walls enough that the roof comes crashing down."
And you know what? I will say, sometimes I think it's a miracle y'all survived.
Yeah.
Can I tell the Dota story?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So there's a video game called Dota. James and I used to play a lot. James, how many hours do you have in Dota?
I have about 600 on my Steam account.
Do you regret them?
Not really.
You think you could have done anything more productive with your time?
I think if I slept more, I'd be a little bit taller.
We didn't sleep in high school.
My senior year of high school, I slept 4 hours a day.
Yeah, literally, and we would go to period 1, which is the optional, go
Yeah.
before so you can get out at lunch. I don't know how we survived, because if I get 5 hours of sleep, I feel dead now.
Yeah, now, but we're older now.
We're 26.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what happens. Once you hit 20, you need your sleep again.
Yeah, so James and I are playing Dota. We're playing a match, and all of a sudden I hear James talking about a fork broke inside of his electrical socket.
No. One of those little wall lights.
Oh.
Jesse smashed it while I was playing Dota in the room next door.
Pinning it on Jesse.
Well,
And-
he did break the light.
And so the little metal socket's sticking out, and James is saying, "Do I just grab a fork and pry it out?" And I'm like, "James, do not do that. You can't deny that's what you guys were
okay.
gonna do."
No. So what? Let me describe it in more detail. There was an electrical socket that had the wall light that got smashed, and it would have been safe to just yoink.
No way.
It would have been safe to just yoink.
Okay.
Jesse and I didn't know that. We thought it would shock us because of the way it broke. So we grabbed a metal fork and put it between the outlet and the wall thing to try to pry it.
Yeah.
And it shocked the fuck out of me.
Yeah, and the whole time,
I probably should have died that day.
dude. If you were, I think
hurts
it's
so
if you
bad.
ground more. There are different body types where it's more and less. Some
we didn't
people
stick
get.
it in the socket. We didn't stick it into the wall. We put it in between. We touched the metal prong of the wall outlet, and that's what shocked me.
So James knew not to stick a fork directly into an outlet.
Yeah, I
but
had
if
a
there's
little-
metal sticking out,
I'll
a
use
fork.
more metal to get it out.
And I'm screaming. I mean, I paused the game. I'm screaming on the mic. Don't do that. Turn the power. Hit the breaker off. Use
Bro, we literally could've
tongs.
just grabbed the thing and pulled
Oh my
it.
God.
I think that's what we ended up doing. I shocked myself and I
Oh.
just yoinked it and it came out. I was like, dude,
I thought y'all were gonna die. I really did.
Probably should have, honestly.
So Jay, you're moving, man.
Yeah, so I've been looking at places in West Hollywood and
Ooh.
Beverly Hills. Saw some places. I saw one today.
Side tangent. There's a little bit of a nickname that you have back in high school, Hollywood Jiedel.
No, people
Oh, wait.
called me Hollywood Jiedel after I became a YouTuber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, anytime I do anything a little bougie or
Yeah.
a little chest out, I'm just immediately labeled Hollywood Jiedel.
Because it's
too
always-
cool for everybody, and I'm probably the least, the person out of the whole group who does it the least, I would say.
Yeah, well, no, it's so funny when you do it because it's just got an extra bit of arrogance with it.
Yeah, no,
It's
I'm definitely good at being arrogant.
Yeah.
It's one of my specialties in life.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, if the viewers don't know, Agent Jerkface. It's 100% fact. That's how
That's
James
actually
is.
the normal me.
Yeah.
What you're seeing right now is actually the fake.
Yeah, when James was being humble earlier, that was a
That was a facade.
Yeah,
it was
we
a
actually had
total
your publicist write that out.
I don't
and
have a
play-
publicist. I'm too arrogant to have a publicist. I don't need anyone to tell me how to be in public.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
see,
you go.
Why would you? See, you're
I got
spitting
caught.
lies again.
No, I don't spit lies. I don't. I don't spit lies, only truth.
See, look how unnatural it is for you to try to even spit anything. No, spit
Do you want to watch me spit right now?
I don't want to watch
We
you
can spend the next 5 minutes of me spitting on the floor.
We don't need to do that. Damn. All right, if you're just going to spit it in the warehouse everywhere, I don't know if I want to come back. But
dude,
maybe we'll have to move the podcast studio.
Can we talk about for a second something that did happen in the warehouse where I did spit on the floor? Was you making me eat 2 tablespoons of the last dab. Is that going to come out?
No, there was no audio recording during that part.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's still going to be in the video, but for like 2 seconds.
This man made me eat a taco with 2 tablespoons of the last dab, and originally it was supposed to be...
How do you know it was 2 tablespoons? I didn't measure it.
I held it in my hand.
You held it?
When I spit it out.
You just identify what 2 tablespoons looks like?
You don't know what 2 tablespoons... You could
I don't
bake...
think you know what 2 tablespoons looks like. That's a lot of just pure hot sauce. That'd be
All right.
a lot.
Listener, go grab 2 tablespoons, look at it, and then just assume... Because a tablespoon... All right, I have a question for you. Is a tablespoon like when you take a heaping tablespoon of it? Or is it like just a flat line off the tablespoon like liquid?
See, you don't understand your measurements. A tablespoon isn't just some metal spoon you get out of your thing. It's an actual measurement.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like if you have a measuring cups that fit into each other, one of them will be a tablespoon.
And it's
a lot more than you could fit on the normal spoon.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Then why did they call it that?
A tablespoon?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't you go ask the medieval chefs who measurement, or I don't know, metric system.
I mean, I guess there's a lot of weird, like, what's a foot? Like,
Yeah,
why is it
that's why
called a foot?
You know, because if
Whose foot?
Me and you were 12s.
Yeah, that's true. It is
We
our
have
feet.
Foot-long foot.
Yeah. Yeah, foot long foot. You know who does not have a foot long? Is Subway. That was weird.
Don't they? Isn't that literally their main thing?
Yeah, and have you measured a Subway foot long?
Is
There's
it
tons
not
of
a
pictures.
foot?
It's not.
What is it usually?
It's usually 10.5 to 11.5 inches.
Oh yeah, they're in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like, that's false advertising.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the whole thing.
is it pissing you off?
Yeah, it makes me mad when I go to Subway, which is already kind of a bottom tier fast food place.
Yeah, I go to Jersey Mike's.
I like
Actually,
Jimmy
I usually
John's.
go to a local deli more than I go to like the chain
yeah.
sub places, but
I will say there's a place near our house. You like Italia Deli?
Uh-huh.
I got a little sick of it. I ate it like almost every day, and I got a little sick of it. But I feel like you lose weight eating subs if you pick the right
Really?
ones. Yeah.
I feel like I'm a weight gainer with subs.
Well, what's your sub? What's your
Maybe
go-to?
my subs are packed with more flavor than your subs.
Flavor, maybe more calories. Calories do not equal flavor. Always.
A lot of the times they do.
What's your sub? What's your go-to sub?
Well, when I go to the local deli, I tend to get like the caprese sub.
Oh,
Keep
well,
it
there,
pretty
you
healthy.
big
Yeah.
blocks of cheese
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying.
whatever. That's like, might as well just get a stick of butter in there. For me,
I mean,
it's
why
like,
not? Let's do it. That usually makes things taste better.
that's like basically Texas toast on a sandwich.
Yeah.
No, but like, I'll get like a Black Forest ham sandwich with like a bunch of veggies, and it's like, yeah, bread's not necessarily the healthiest for you. It's so good, and like, it's lower calorie. Like, doesn't
Is it,
need
I
to
feel
be.
like when you get a foot-long sub, that's a lot of bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a foot long amount.
Yeah, the foot-long amount's probably over 1,000 calories.
No, my
Maybe.
my go-to sandwich is like 500, 600 max. I feel
Bro,
like.
ain't no way the bread is on. The bread alone is probably 500.
No, a foot long of bread, like measuring out a foot long, it's like, it's like 300-400 calories, I feel like.
I don't know, man. I feel like the thing with losing weight that I've learned, you've learned the same thing. I feel like even if you eat at a caloric deficit, if the food came from a restaurant, it doesn't matter. It's like you just don't lose weight.
I think
I feel like it's impossible to lose weight eating out. No matter how healthy you eat. Like you could eat 2 500-calorie salads and you'll gain weight because you ate out. Like
Yeah.
there's something about restaurant food that your body's like, try to treat yourself today. That sucks.
Oh, yeah. Let's say you just get like a tuna salad, not tuna, like whole tuna salad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're probably frying it in oil and butter like that you don't account for.
Do you get tuna salads when you go out places?
Urbane Cafe, you never get the tuna salad?
Wait, no.
Wait, I feel like I'm not explaining. It's like whole chunks of tuna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you're doing like canned shit.
No, it's like a tuna steak.
I don't get canned tuna. It's not that it tastes that bad. It's just that, you have a certain level of mercury you're supposed to eat, and you're going to waste it on canned tuna instead of like sushi tuna.
What else
That's
has
like a
mercury?
buffoonery move.
What else has mercury?
Well, tuna.
Yeah, I mean, I'll eat canned tuna.
Like,
love
I
it.
assume there's mercury on the planet Mercury, but I don't know what that has to do with food.
Does the planet, is that where Mercury comes from?
Maybe.
Like it comes from
Like, why
the
would
planet?
they name it Mercury
If it wasn't?
if it didn't have any mercury?
Well, what do you think came first, the planet or the element?
Well, the element has to have right? All the elements existed before all the planets.
I don't know. Maybe that's what invented it. Like the elemental table.
Maybe the guy who discovered Mercury in a telescope was like, "That's my favorite element. I loved how they use it in thermometers. I'm a big thermometer guy, and that looks like a hot planet. It's right by the sun. It makes sense."
Wait, is Mercury hot? It doesn't have to be. Oh
It's
yeah,
the closest planet to the sun. If it's not hot, then maybe the sun is fake. How can it heat up Earth so much and not Mercury?
I have a question. You think we'll ever walk on the sun?
No.
No?
That's not even possible.
Well, I mean,
You can't even get close to the sun.
No, but think like if you have like a suit, right?
Yeah, what
like a
kind of
special
suit?
suit. Well, like maybe it's made out of mercury. It seems to be doing pretty
what
well.
element can even get near the sun without melting?
Well, according to you, mercury.
Well, yeah, I mean, but not that close to the sun.
Well,
You know,
maybe
there's a
we'll
large
be
distance.
liquid in the future. Like, what if
Like
we were?
we will be liquid?
Yeah. What if we become like we evolve into liquid?
Into
Like,
a liquid form.
yeah, and then we don't need to worry about melting because we're already
We would
melting.
evaporate.
Nah.
Don't liquids evaporate or freeze the moment they touch outer space?
Yeah, it's pretty cold out
Because
there.
I don't think the sun has an atmosphere. So
Yeah.
technically, when you walk on the surface of like a planet without an atmosphere, you're just in space.
Oh, but I'm just saying, like, you think we'll ever get to be like, I'm gonna go have a vacation off on the sun? Yeah.
That sounds like okay. Well, I guess isn't there like a dark spot on the sun?
There is.
I
I
think
don't
so.
know.
You gotta get
Like
your
a
science
pimple?
up, man.
Like a pimple?
No. I think there's like a dark spot in the sun and it moves around, but I think it's not as hot as the rest of the sun. Maybe like we could set up a resort there.
Instead of like we put it on wheels.
Yeah,
It's
just-
great.
It's really hot. That sounds like the worst resort. I hate
We get
hot
tan.
weather.
It's a sauna the whole time.
I hate saunas.
You do?
Yeah.
Have you ever used a sauna at our house?
Here's why saunas are utter garbage.
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Jason, it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
You're walking. You went to Target.
Okay.
You're going back to your car.
Yeah.
You forgot to turn the AC on.
Oh no.
It's hot in there.
It's very hot.
It's very hot.
You're
Do you enjoy
sweating.
it?
No.
Then why do you enjoy a sauna? It's the same thing.
Because a sauna is like, it sounds really bad when I'm describing it, but a sauna is like, it's harder to breathe, so it's clearing out your lungs and it makes you breathe slower.
That sounds horrible.
And your pores are opening.
The sauna
and-
is the worst version of the hot car.
like when you put your back on the seat, it burns. I swear you can get 3rd-degree burns if it's hot
Maybe from
enough.
the seatbelt.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
god, the
seatbelt.
metal.
But the sauna is also just like, I feel like there's always like old dudes who are naked in saunas. And it's like,
Well-
that's not pleasant.
Not in the one at my house.
Well, the one in your house is like 2 feet wide.
Yeah.
And it's just stashed in at the corner of a garage. It's
Yeah.
filled with boxes.
Yeah, but we've gotten rid of pretty much all the boxes. They're in the warehouse now.
Well, it's still a sauna in a garage. So at the end of the day, I don't want to be in it as much as I don't want to be in a hot car.
I mean, hey, if you want, like, I could remote turn on the heat right now, and we could experiment when we drive back.
No, like please
Yeah.
don't. If your car is hot, I'll wait for us to aerate it. I don't
Really?
like hot. Anything above 85 degrees is just like why are you doing this?
So you're an iced coffee kind of guy.
Big iced coffee kind of guy.
Really?
I actually had a really bad coffee jitters today. Yeah, I don't normally get that. So I had my venti cold brew from Starbucks as usual, and then I was looking at places in West Hollywood today. Went to an Alfred's. Everyone was telling me about Alfred.
What is that?
It's
I've
a
never heard of
chain in the the LA area.
Oh.
Maybe you'll find out about
it.
it.
I feel like you're gonna start having all these
Yeah,
in
well,
Hollywood.
I got my little my Alfred right here, and they insisted I try it. It's really good.
Wait, it's called an Alfred?
An Alfred, yeah.
Is it coffee?
Yes, it's the Mitchells versus the Mich. I don't know. It's a coffee place.
Yeah.
I had a croissant from there. The croissant was incredibly mid,
Okay.
but
I
the
thought you were
coffee very good.
I thought you were gonna say the croissant was the good part.
No, the
I got
coffee's the good
excited.
part. But I was told this is better than the place called Verve. But I tried a place called Verve yesterday on Melrose. Oh my god, it was amazing.
I will say, if this was anywhere else, we could not be telling these stories. Like, for some reason, Hollywood and LA is just more interesting, I feel like, in podcast format than anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason like everyone's moving. to
Yeah.
LA. It's just-
Like, think about, like, if I was like, yeah, I went to, I don't know, John's Coffee on 3rd in Milwaukee. People don't want to hear about John's Coffee.
I mean, I
it's-
might.
You do?
I mean, does it exist?
John's Coffee on 3rd? It has to. It has to be a
Like,
3rd
if
Street.
we go to Milwaukee and Google
I don't know about Milwaukee, but I guarantee you there's got to
I
be.
don't associate Johns with coffee.
You don't think John's can make good coffee?
No, if you're named John, you're more like a coffee consumer than a coffee maker.
What's a coffee maker's name?
Alfred.
Alfred.
Jesus Christ.
James just went flying out of
Yeah.
his seat. Are you good, man?
Yeah, Jason and his budget warehouse here have these dingy little stools he set me up on. It's
Well,
really disappointing.
We have nice office chairs, but we don't know if the show, like, even though it's zero budget and it doesn't cost us anymore, we don't even know if the show deserves the good chairs.
It doesn't. Quite
It-
frankly, the show is so bad, It doesn't deserve it. The people still listening, you have an iron will. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for sticking it out. And I'm going to say, wherever you're listening, if you're on Spotify, they don't have comments. Apple, you know what? Podcasts don't have comments, but find a way to give us questions because we will read. Can we just have them DM us on Instagram? I feel like that's easier. I'll read the
let's do
DMs.
Email. You can
email?
DM Jason if you want us to answer your questions.
My Instagram is Jasu, GOSUJSU. And draw me a follow while you're there. I'll read your question even better if you drop a follow. Surprisingly, I'm checking my phone right now. We have a viewer question for the first podcast.
How is that even possible?
It's just, I don't know. Someone predicted it.
All right, who predicted it? Call them out.
Timmy. Yeah.
Who is Timmy?
Timmy Smith.
This is a real
from
person.
yeah.
I can't even tell if you're trolling or
from
not.
Philadelphia. You don't have to
I
see.
can't see. Why
well,
not?
Because he asked to keep his face anonymous. He actually has to keep his name anonymous.
If you show me, it's still going to be anonymous to the camera.
No, I feel like when I flip it, it's like
I
go
don't
like
want to
this.
answer
It's
questions from people who I can't see.
All right, sorry, Timmy, you're not getting your question read this week. Go ahead and submit it next week.
Yeah, Timmy, if you want to stop being a fraudulent fuckface, then I'll answer your question. If you're not that Timmy, then I still love you.
You love him?
Not that one.
You know what? I'm sorry, Timmy. If your name's Timmy Smith.
I just feel like that's not a real person, so I have no reserves about calling him out.
George, are you getting this? George is our cameraman behind the scenes.
There's no one there.
There is.
There's no one there.
Dude, why are you saying no one?
I'm looking, and there's a plain white wall.
I'm gonna get someone next week. It'll be
All
great.
right, you get somebody.
Yeah, named George, and you're gonna have to apologize.
All right,
for
I
hating
will.
on George.
I will.
So you're moving.
Try to talk about it. We keep getting sidetracked. But yeah, I'm moving to the city probably in March. I saw a place today. Just waiting to hear if they can put in a Tesla charger, and if they can, then I'm
Actually,
where I'll be living.
Now I've been waiting to ask James literally all morning about this. How'd it go?
So I saw 3 places today.
Okay.
First one was pretty nice, but dude, not to be like, I might have to call this my first world problem of the week.
Okay.
First place I saw, only one parking spot. Wasn't a fan of that. Not a lot of outdoor space, and quite frankly, really small closets. And, not to be that guy, but I am that guy, and I have a lot of stuff, and I need a big closet. So I said, I'm sorry, can't live here. Second place I saw was on the border of, I guess, the Beverly Hills town line and the LA city line. So it's kind of weird. It's like a weird topic, but I guess, it's no secret, like, homelessness is an issue in LA.
Yeah.
And I guess the rules for Beverly Hills and LA are different, but this building I saw was, like, on the border. So, like, one side of the street had, like, homeless people, and the other side didn't, which was really
bizarre.
weird. And me personally, like, I don't, I feel bad for those people. I don't, walk around like scared of them or anything like that. I feel, it's unfortunate. It really sucks. But weird dynamic, weird vibes on the street because of that. And then
it's more depressing. And like, I wish we had more subsidies to help homeless people.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to like, do some crazy, sad, deep conversation. It's just, my personal thing is like, I live in New York. I would expect to see it. I live in LA. I kind of expect to see it. So for me, it's not like I feel scared or unsafe.
Yeah.
It's just, but this building was so dark and eerie and depressing.
Really?
Oh my God, it was so freaky, bro. Did not like it. And
it was the building or the rooms
building.
as well?
No, the building.
The building?
The building was weird. There was just giant empty rooms in the lobby.
That's weird.
It was like recently renovated, but the renovation looked like it was like 20% half-assed, and it was like.
Did they say they were still doing it?
It looked like improv. I don't know, but that building sucked. Mega dick. And then I saw another building. It was great, perfect. Had a pool, gym, had space for the dog, had beautiful kitchen. So my first world problem of the week, LA. Why the fudge are there not EV chargers in every goddamn building?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand how there's not even an outlet in some of these garages,
especially in LA.
That's what I don't get. And I'm like, yo, I'll pay for the Tesla charger, but they're like, well, we might not hear back from them this weekend. But if you want to put down a $500 non-refundable deposit, we'll hold the room. It's like, bro, just if you're a landlord and I'm trying to get like a nice unit, isn't your prerogative to answer the phone, just to answer my one question, so I can put in my $500 that you'll get no matter what, since it's non-refundable? I don't know, man. I'm ready to move to the city.
I will say, even renting the warehouse, I feel like one of the most frustrating things, or when you rent anything, it's like, why are people, and you're a landlord too, why do people not take care of their stuff faster? Like, you'd think, okay, I'm going to answer the phone right away. Like, I want to make money,
Yeah.
Like, you're literally trying to give him your money. and he's like making it slower, and you'll potentially lose it because of one little thing.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, I don't get how people don't prioritize that stuff more.
Yeah. You know what, Susan? Are we like kind of winding down?
Kind of winding down.
I have my first world problem of the week, and this is
Okay.
an actual first world problem.
Okay.
It doesn't get any more, ridiculous.
First world.
Like I just, but this is a real crisis that I think is affecting a lot of
Let's hear
Tesla
it.
owners.
Okay, as a Tesla owner, I'm very intrigued.
When I ask for an EV charger,
Yeah.
I don't want to see the generic EV charger. I don't want to see your dingy piece of shit charger that can't charge a goddamn car. I don't want the Chevy Volt charger. I don't want
What's wrong with
what's
the
another
Chevy?
EV?
I will say Chevy Volt, Porsche has one. I don't like the Porsche one very much.
Who else is an EV?
Toyota and Ford are coming out
Yeah,
with ones.
I don't want your F-150 charger. I don't want your Chevy Volt charger. I don't want your Porsche Taycan charger. I want a Tesla charger.
Yeah.
Because it actually charges the car fast. The other EV chargers are garbage.
They're slow.
They suck.
Yeah, and you know what I hate about it? They could have gone to the Tesla standard.
Yeah, and these gas-guzzling environmental destroyers, they're like, oh, well, there's an EV charger. Rich, it's not a Tesla charger. It's not a supercharger.
They don't.
Why
get
did
it.
you even mention it to me?
I don't want it.
Disrespect. Do you see me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. No, it's like
these people got to educate themselves on the charging game because they're unaware.
how do they like meter that stuff? That's what I want to know. Because can't they make more money by just having that installed?
I don't know. That was my first world problem of the week. I'm tired of people telling me there's an EV charger when it's not a Tesla charger. Sorry, I'm gonna be a little bougie on this one, and I don't want it.
Hollywood Jiedel alert.
I'm literally going to be Hollywood Jiedel, and I'm gonna live up to it.
Are you excited to become Hollywood Jiedel?
I'm gonna be the most arrogant prick of all time. That's my goal.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm gonna be so arrogant. I'm gonna be unsufferable.
Oh God. It's like people try to visit you and you're like your voice gets even a little more nasally. I feel like people
are
get
gonna
arrogant.
visit me, and I'm gonna be like, oh wait. Those shoes only cost $800. I don't want you touching my floor with them.
Please take your shoes off. Oh, is this a shoes off only household? No, it's just that filth. You can't get in here.
Oh, what brand of socks is that? No.
You hand them some Gucci socks at the door.
I wear Target socks. Target basics are pretty fire. So no judgment on socks, shoes, any of that.
Hey man, if you think you're
until I move, of course.
Hey, if you think you're not flashy with your socks, I am wearing free socks. Zach had a brand deal, and I got to keep the socks. So
nice. You have a goat of the week.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll either have our positive thing of the week, or we'll have our first world problem.
Yeah. It's like to really bring the perspective and scale back and forth. It's you complained about something very bougie, and to be honest, it's kind of a legitimate complaint.
As
like
a Tesla.
you have to get you have to use your different adapter. Sometimes it doesn't work properly, and it's like
it's just slow.
You have to get a different app too. A lot of the time.
Yeah, it's just I don't even understand why they exist, to be honest.
Dude, honestly, like, why do cars that aren't Teslas exist? That's like I kind of just want to know, like,
so people could actually drive on
but
the road.
but like, why would you pick anything but a Tesla?
At the price range.
Yeah,
yeah, obviously.
But they're coming out with a new. They're coming
out
with a cheaper one too.
Yeah, like that's what I don't get about like the Porsche Taycan, which is a car I was really excited for, but like it's $100K and it's slower than the Model 3.
Yeah,
and in my opinion, the Tesla seating is nicer, but the interior like display is just like I don't know. The minimalistic is very more modern and timely, and I think Porsche is a little behind the game when it comes to that.
So my go to the week is we had some temporary building being done here, and I misread. I hired someone to build it out. He spent the last week and a half building it. Super excited for y'all to see it in the warehouse tour. I misread his numbers, so I thought it was an extra $1,000 more than it really was because the way he wrote the comma, I was confused. So I handed him a big stack of cash, and in return, he goes, no, that's too much money. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he gives me $1,000 back. And I feel like being that honest of a worker and contractor, it's like...
What a legend. He charged you for what he intended to charge you for.
Yeah, but if someone tried to, like... I mean, it's on me.
I don't know if that makes him a legend. More so, it just doesn't make him an ass.
Does that just make me look bad?
Yeah, it seems like you've worked with a lot... You've been cheated many times, if this is a goat to you.
But I feel like...
This is an average man to me.
So if someone tried to overpay you, like, you wouldn't just walk with it?
No.
Honestly, when he did that, I thought about just pocketing the money and just being like, yep, that's what it costs.
No, see, no. I don't think like you.
We got to get this set fixed. It's literally falling apart. Tiles are falling.
Yeah.
Lights are falling. Or maybe it's just...
How is Jesse ever supposed to make content in this room?
He's actually filming tomorrow. I really need to fix that. For those of you who are interested, Jesser, Reactions are coming back, baby. So
Nice.
for those of you who've been saying, where are the reactions? I need to know what Jesse thinks so I can think the way he thinks. Then that's why YouTubers make reactions,
Don't
right?
think that way. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Catch us next week. This first episode was a little rough, but Jason and I are going to patch it up, and excited to get back to it next week. So thank you guys for listening. Catch us on YouTube, and peace.